Hey everybody, welcome back to Black Family Love, where we love the Black family. And I'm your host, Brother Rod. We're going to talk to you today about respect. Our last video was on respect, so we want to do another video on respect. And hopefully these things that we share with you will be helpful. Now what we're going to talk about today is applicable to any human relationship, because I told you before, the key element of all human relationships is respect. Not love, not communication, not money, respect. That is the foundation, the cornerstone of every human relationship. Husband, wife, co-workers, teammates, bosses to employees, siblings, every human relationship, the foundation is respect. You can have love, you can have compassion, you can have communication, you can have money, you can have great sex, you can have whatever you want. If you don't have respect and you're not dealing with each other respectfully, your relationship is going to crumble. It may not crumble today, it may not crumble tomorrow, but it's going to crumble, it's going to disintegrate. The person may stay with you physically, but they're not going to be with you mentally, and they're not going to be with you emotionally. Your relationship will be over. Just because two people live in the same house doesn't mean they're together and they have a quality relationship. Because quality relationships are built on respect. And if you don't have respect, the quality of your relationship will diminish into nothing. And although you may stay together, you'll have no type of quality in your relationship. All right, I've seen it 100 million times. So today we're going to do a second video on respect. I'm going to give you 4, maybe 5 elements of respect. The degree to which you follow these principles will be the degree to which your relationship is successful. All right? If you follow these principles, if you follow these rules, these relationship rules, you're going to have good success. You can go the distance. If you don't follow these relationship rules, you're going to have some issues. All right? And you may destroy your own relationship. All right? So here we go. I'm going to give you 4, maybe 5. Number 1, on the ladder of disrespect, the bottom rung, the very foundational element of disrespect is yelling, raising your voice. That is always disrespectful. It is never acceptable in a relationship. It is always destructive. All right? You say, well, I'm a hot-blooded person. I just yell. You need to change that. I don't know how, but you need to stop it. All right? Well, my mother yelled, my daddy, don't make excuses. Just stop it. All right? Yelling is the foundational rung of disrespect, always. The first thing we do, think about it, the first thing you did on the playground when you were a little kid, when someone made you mad, what's the first thing you did? Before you threw sand at them, before you called them a name, what's the first thing you did? You yelled at them. What's the first thing anybody does when they are upset or want to hurt someone or have bitter feelings that they want to display? What's the first thing anybody ever does? They yell. If someone is standing right in front of you or they're in the same room, there's no reason for you to yell, and it's always disrespectful. And if they're yelling at you and you yell back, you're just perpetuating foolishness. All right? And it's just that much worse. So yelling, number 1, you cannot be yelling at people you respect. It is never acceptable. It's always detrimental. Number 2, cursing. I'm not talking about when you curse when you drop a hammer on your toe and you go blankety blank blank blank, or when you slam your hand in the car door. Those are curse words directed out to no one in particular. And I'm not a cursor myself. I don't think cursing is necessarily a good way to communicate or anything we ought to be doing or a display of great character. But if you do that, okay. But cursing at someone, foul language directed at someone, never acceptable, always destructive, and one more rung up the ladder of disrespect. It's even more disrespectful than yelling at someone. Because what's the second thing anybody ever does when they're mad at someone after they start by yelling at them? The second thing is that they always start cussing at them. Not always, but generally that's the second thing you do. You're taking it up a notch. You're cursing at them. Always detrimental to your relationships. All right, if you're yelling at someone that you are with and you're cursing at them, you know your relationship's going in the wrong direction. Number 3, Name calling. Name calling is the third rung of disrespect. It's worse than yelling, and it's one step worse than cursing. Because name calling has an element of aggression. It's like you're attacking this person. You're stupid, you're dumb, you're an idiot, you're whatever you are, you're whatever. You don't know, you're ugly, you're fat, you're whatever. Right? You don't got no job, you're a bum, you're whatever. I'm attacking. When you're calling someone a name, you're attacking them. There's malice involved. There's aggression involved, right? And it's one step worse. It's two steps worse than yelling, and it's one step worse than cursing. So name calling. If you're attacking someone's person, and I'm just reaching over here to my computer so I can see what I'm doing. You're attacking someone's person when you're calling them a name. All right. So call people what their mama calls them. All right, if they got a good mama. Call them Derek and Anthony and Sharnisha or whatever their name is, right? But don't call them names. Number 4, hitting. Hitting is the 4th step on the rung up the ladder of disrespect. Yelling, and then cursing, and then name calling, and then hitting. Hitting says, not only do I want to hurt you mentally by name calling, I want to hurt you physically. I would take from you that which is basic to life, which is your very physical being. That's what hitting says. It is the most egregious thing you could do to an individual. It says, if I could kill you, I would, but I don't want to go to prison, so I'll just hurt you physically. To take away someone's physical health is just the epitome of wickedness, and it's going to destroy your relationship. And last but not least, I would say cheating on someone, right? That you say that you are supposed to be with. Now, let me talk about all 5 of those things. And cheating on someone is basically just lying. That means I can't trust you. That means it is one of the most, it's got to be it's maybe the most disrespectful thing you could do, is to have someone's trust and then betray their trust by cheating on them with another man or another woman. And my friend did that to his wife, and then he had the nerve to get mad at her because she didn't want to sleep with him. I wouldn't want to sleep with you either. You just say you're sorry, and then all of a sudden I'm supposed to say, okay, and then we're back in bed. No, it takes a little while for me to heal after you did something that egregious, that wicked, that terrible. So let me say something real quick about that, then I'll be done. If you want to have a successful relationship, you need to evaluate your relationship. The relationship that you're in now, and every relationship between a man and a woman that you ever get into. All right? Evaluate it. See if it is respectful. See if any of these elements that I just mentioned are a part of your relationship. All right? And if you see that they are, you need to go to your mate and you need to try to talk to them, whether it be with a counselor or without a counselor, with a mediator or without, and try to fix that relationship and get your relationship to where it is a respectful one. If you cannot do that within 1 or 2 months, you need to get out of that relationship immediately. Do not stay in a relationship where someone is disrespecting you. And don't expect them to stay in a relationship where you're disrespecting them. It's harmful for everybody, even the children. And I don't like divorce. I've been married for 25 years. I plan on being with my wife until one of us is dead, or both of us is dead, and not because we killed each other. So I'm not advocating divorce. But what I am saying is that even for the kids to see their mother or their father being disrespected every day, that's not healthy for them. And staying together is not a good idea, in my opinion, for the kids if there's hitting and name calling and cussing and yelling going on. It would be better for them, in my opinion, that you leave. Maybe you don't want to get a divorce, but you should separate yourself from that person until you guys can get that relationship fixed so it's a respectful relationship. All right? All right, so without belaboring the point, I love you. I pray God's blessing on your relationships, and I'll see you on the next video.